Do you have any predictions about what's going to happen on appeal? I'm liking Oakland's chances. I don't know why. There's something about that. You shouldn't be able to have exclusive right to use San Francisco or San Francisco Bay in a name, but something about that doesn't strike me quite right.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it is only preliminary relief, and now the Port of Oakland is appealing. But as you can imagine, particularly in trademark cases where someone has undergone a rebrand and it's relatively new, oftentimes the case is over at the preliminary injunction stage because I saw pictures in the news where the airport in Oakland has had to take big blue tape and tape over all of its new signage. I mean, you can imagine how expensive it is, right? So now it's had to go and cover up the San Francisco Bay and all of its signage. But I just think the descriptiveness and saying that even if another airport is in fact located in the San Francisco Bay Area, it's not entitled to use that descriptive name in its brand. This is a case where there'll be consumer survey evidence. Do consumers really believe that anything that has San Francisco in its name and is an airport is exclusively associated with the San Francisco International Airport? I think it's interesting that the judge noted that he didn't think that there was any real consumer confusion in terms of making purchases. That's significant.
Can I ask you a related thing? Do these things resolve? I'm thinking rather than sort of just moving forward and going right to a judge decision, do the parties often resolve this by doing something like San Francisco International Airport agreeing that Oakland, San Francisco Bay International Airport can use the name with some sort of
disclaimer.
Footnote, we're not San Francisco International Airport, and say, okay, well, since you've invested all this time and effort and money in branding, we'll let you do that because then that lessens the risk of confusion.
Yeah, parties do. The way things are right now, I don't see these two parties coming to the table, but typically, yes, that's called a coexistence agreement. Mm-hmm. So often, trademark infringement disputes will resolve that way in terms of some kind of an agreement where the parties say, okay, provided that each of us follow these particular parameters, we'll live and let live with each of us using the respective trademarks. And those are typically things like the appearance of the marks. Are you always going to use it with a particular logo? Are you going to use particular colors or a font? Disclaimers. What can we do to lessen and avoid whatever false association or consumer confusion we think is likely to happen? I don't know that I see, given the way things stand right now, I don't think a coexistence agreement for these two is on the table. We'll have to see what happens with the appeal.
That's really interesting.
It's not sexy like a love contract, but it's
hey,
interesting.
Listen, it's close.
Don't be confused if you're going to the San Francisco
I'll try
area.
My best. I'll look for the blue tape covering
Yes.
the signs.
All right. Great. Good to see you.
Good to see you.